Hello everyone, this is Miss Chelsea, and today we'll be learning how to solve word problems involving systems of equations using the 5-box method. Now, the first thing we must always do with the word problem is to read the problem and understand the situation better. Let's look at an example. The perimeter of a rectangular wooden deck is 90 feet. The deck's length L is 5 feet less than 4 times its width W. Which system of linear equations can be used to determine the dimensions in feet of the wooden deck? What is the length and width of the deck? The next thing we always do is identify our variables and use them to write our equation, or in this case, system of equations. The 5-box method actually has 4 different boxes related to this step. First, we ask ourselves, what are we looking for? Well, here we are looking for the dimensions in feet of the wooden deck. So we want to find the length and width. Next, we are going to rewrite the given information. We are given that the perimeter of the rectangular wooden deck is 90 feet and that the deck's length is 5 feet less than 4 times its width. Then we identify the variables. You can use X and Y if that's what you're comfortable with. However, I'm going to stick to L for length and W for width. Either way, write down the letter you are using and what it represents. In the 4th box, we are going to write equations that represent the given information. Perimeter is the sum of all 4 sides. Notice how there are 2 sides that are the length and 2 sides that are the width. So 2L plus 2W equals the perimeter, which is 90. We also know that the length L is 5 feet less than 4 times its width W. So L equals 4W minus 5. Remember, if you see less than or greater than, then you switch the order of the numbers. Our final step is to solve the equation or system of equations in this case and answer the question. Since we have a variable equal to an expression, L equals 4W minus 5, we can use the substitution method. So we are going to replace L in our perimeter formula with 4W minus 5 in parentheses. From here, we can solve for the variable W. Use the distributive property and you get 8W minus 10 plus 2W is equal to 90. Combine like terms to get 10W minus 10 equals 90. To get rid of minus 10, we do the inverse, which is add 10 to both sides. 10W equals 100, so we can divide both sides by 10 to get rid of that coefficient, and we are left with W equals 10. Now that we know the width, how do we get the length? Well, we have this nice little formula, L equals 4W minus 5, so we can plug in our value for W, which is 10, into the formula, getting us L equals 4 times 10 minus 5, which 4 times 10 is 40, minus 5 will be 35. So the length must be 35. The answer to the first question, which system of equations can be used to determine the dimensions in feet of the wooden deck, is answered in the 4th box. Write the equations. We can then answer the final question, what is the length and width of the deck, with a sentence. The length of the deck is 35 feet and the width of the deck is 10 feet.